Hey, and a massive, massive, massive KAPOW. Liz Benny here, the Queen of KAPOW, and this is the Happy Millions show. It's been a little while since I've actually put on an episode, and in this particular episode, I am coming back, baby. Like, this is important. I've had a couple of years off the show, and in this particular episode, I felt like it is time to talk about the real reason entrepreneurs are unfulfilled, what to do about it, and especially for those of you that are kind of crushing it right now, and maybe business is actually doing pretty dang well, but maybe you kind of like, is this it? Like, is this everything it was supposed to feel like? Because right now it doesn't feel right. If that's you, I see you, you're safe. We're going to have some fun in this particular episode. And by the way, I love fun. We're going to have fun. So if you're in for fun, in for wealth, in for happiness, in for business feeling the way that you want it to feel, but not having to cut off parts of you to have business feel the way you want it to feel, then this is definitely 100% the show for you. I go raw, real, and honest. I've got a couple of notes here that I'm going to be following along with, but for the most part, I'm ad-libbing this for you because I'm sick and tired of so many fake ass mofos out there professing that they are the shit. And by the way, I am not the shit. I am not the shit. I do not have my shit entirely together. I have an incredible life. I am wealthy in all the areas of life that are important to me, but I don't have it all together. Not all of my days are perfect, but gosh, I have a lot of fun. It's amazing. So I'm very, very, very grateful for my life. Now, let me guess. If you're anything like the entrepreneurs who come into the KAPOW world, and it's not a soft sell, I'm just like, I've worked with a lot of people. They arrive and they're like, well, this is amazing. This is incredible. I've done it. I've made six figures, high six figures, millions, high millions, eight figures. Like, it really doesn't matter. Like, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. If you've made it to the point where you've gone, look, I am further along the financial track in business and impact, and I've got more customers than I ever thought possible, or I've got what I dreamed of, but it doesn't feel right. If that's where you're at right now, rest assured, you are not alone. There are a great many people who arrive just here. Now, in this episode, I really want to go deep into this because it is your high performer, your inner high performer, the person who got you here, the person who did the hustle, that did the grueling work to get where you are right now. They kind of need a little bit of a rest. And there's a part of you right now that's going, hey, could you lean in a little bit and help me out here because I'm struggling. So I really want to help the part of you right now that is struggling. And also the part of you that just wants a bit of a rest and doesn't need to like play the game anymore. They're going to get to have a bit of a rest. The control freak in you. Did I just say that? Yes, I did. The control freak in you doesn't need to be such a control freak anymore. This is what I wanted to say, is that success without soul will always feel like a trap. So if you've made it to a certain point and you're feeling like this is just not yummy, it's not who you are, and maybe you used your brain, you used your skills, and you got to a certain level, and now you're like, this just doesn't feel like me anymore. If it feels like something is missing, something probably is missing. What's probably missing for you is alignment to your truth now. Alignment to your truth now. So what was true for you maybe even a month ago doesn't have to be, and often isn't what's true for you after you've transformed, after you've changed, after you've got out of scarcity, after you've got out of the pattern of the past financially. Often we don't upgrade the operating system that we're actually operating our happiness and our fulfillment and our expansion from, because we are stuck in the old patterns that served us but no longer serve us. So this is where I say to you right now that you're not broken in any way, shape, or form. There are parts of you that just don't work for you anymore. Your blueprint, your operating system is outdated. Okay, so we go through and we update our phones, we update our computers and all that sort of stuff. And yes, you might be doing personal development, and believe you me, this is not personal development. Hopefully this is a return to your own power of, that's right. This doesn't feel like how I want it to feel, right? So what parts of me no longer serve me? And that's the question that I would ask you to start asking yourself right now. I've had to do this so many bloody times. Like, this is not, I've made it to the point where I've gone, this is not what I want anymore. This is not who I am. This is like, I don't want my next 10 years to feel the exact same way as my last 10 years. Heck, I don't want the next year to feel the same as my last year, right? And you're not wrong for doing it the way that you've done it at all. Like, this isn't about shaming yourself in any way, shape, or form. Please make sure that you don't do that. Like, that's not going to serve you. Shame is at the bottom end of the energy spiral. Like, make sure that you don't shame yourself. You can lovingly ask yourself to release the parts of you that don't work for you anymore. Now, this is the hard part because it's actually often easy to go, hey, there's a higher vibration version of me. This is amazing. This is incredible. And it's okay. Like, it's easier to go, hey, there's my future self out there. If I was making whatever it is, like 10, 20, 50, $100 million per annum, doing my business on my terms, this is amazing. That's who I would be. And that's how I would be showing up. And it's kind of easy to create that. What's the hardest part for most entrepreneurs is letting go of the version of them that is the control freak, the one that was always there to mop things up when the shit hit the fan. It can be the hardest part to get rid of. And what happens is when people create a lot of personal development and a lot of personal growth within themselves, they become expansive, which is incredible and it's amazing to watch. And if they don't let go of the identity of the struggle as well, then they're always in a go away, come back type energy with their higher vibration self. Does this make sense? So this is where I say to you, you've made it this far. You've built the business, you've built the team, right? And that's incredible and it's amazing. What I will say to you is that if you seek more fulfillment, if you seek more like, oh my gosh, this is ease filled, if you seek more of that, it's time for you to get yourself into radical alignment with that version of yourself from an identity standpoint, from a logical standpoint, from a spiritual standpoint, and have the courage to let go of the struggle. Now, this can be hard. This can be hard, especially for the control freaks. And I put myself up, my hand up, and say that as a person who has done a lot of identity work with myself and a lot of identity work, as in like high performing identity, growth work type stuff, because I realize that identity work is kind of a politically charged whole thing at the moment. And as a person who has done a lot of work around identity, and there was a time where I could see, like I was genuinely winning in business, absolutely winning in business and serving customers to a super high level. And people were coming on in, hiring me as their coach. And there was millions being made and it was incredible and amazing. Full success stories, like video testimonials, all that sort of stuff. Yet there was a part inside me that I could honestly look at and be like, yeah, but I'm still just little Liz. And I had this story that I was little Liz Benny, and little Liz Benny is a girl living on a farm and she's got two brothers and a father that, it was, it was better to be a boy on the farm. And being little Liz Benny from South Otago in New Zealand, a farm girl, that identity stole and robbed and it took away the fruits and the fun and the fulfillment of where me, adult Liz, had actually made it to. Does this make sense? Hopefully it does. And it wasn't until I realized how debilitating the identity of being little Liz Benny, running this business, running this 7-figure company, running this company that was serving and helping incredible, amazing people, having that dual identity was not helping anyone. Certainly not helping me, my family, certainly wasn't helping my customers, because it was off. And when I guess dropped that identity, when I looked at it for what it was, I realized I was absolutely holding on to a part of me that I didn't know how to get rid of it. Honestly, I didn't know how to get rid of it at that point in time. What I will say to you is this: if you are feeling a sense of that there has to be more, there is likely a part of you that is holding on to your past. And if you've been experiencing this for a lot of time as an entrepreneur, maybe, just maybe, it's time for you to do some work. So, and do some work around identity, do some work around, like, what parts of me am I holding on to that are not for me anymore? What parts of me and my identity are genuinely hurting me and holding me back? And a lot of what I do for clients now is I walk them through the KAPOW pathway. And this is not a soft sell. I'm just going to talk to you about what KAPOW means, in the hopes that this helps you here on this call, on this video. I'm so used to doing calls. And on this podcast, for those of you who are listening. KAPOW stands for, actually, KAPOW is radical alignment with your highest vibrational version of yourself. It's a pathway to get you there. And the W of KAPOW stands for wealth. And defining what wealth is for you is very, very, very important. And the pathway to get there, to your wealth, to you living in your radical wealth, is for you to, number one, connect with God, Spirit, Universe, your higher power. Number two, connect with yourself. Number three, connect with your community around you. And number four, for those of you that are entrepreneurs, make sure that you're connected with your customers. So there are 4 radical connections that every entrepreneur must have in order to live at the highest vibrational version of themselves. Now, for those of you that are like, oh my gosh, you just said God, Liz, I'm out. That's okay. For some of you, you're like, oh my gosh, you said universe, you must be one of them. That's okay too. You get to filter through what I've just said in the way that is true and right and real for you. I radically respect your faith, your beliefs, and your foundational programming from a spiritual perspective. Okay. And I really want you to know that. So W again is wealth. K is connection. And you might be like, yeah, but Liz, KAPOW is with a K, but connection is with a C. Yes, sometimes in life, my dear friends, we have to break rules that no longer serve us, which is literally what I'm suggesting to you to do now. You've given yourself rules about an identity that you've been holding on to protect you, to hold you back, to hold you small, to make you not thrive, to make you not shine. For whatever reason, the secondary gain that you get from that, the keeping safe, whatever the gain is for you to stay small, that's your gain. Connecting you up to God, Spirit, Universe, whatever your belief system is, and connecting you up to yourself and getting you in your power, and connecting you with a group of people around you is incredible, must, and connecting you with your customers. Those are 4 connections you must have. And then that steps you into radical alignment. But alignment is one thing, and that's the A of KAPOW, by the way. Alignment is one thing. Embodiment is completely different. Embodied alignment starts from when you are all connected up. So if you're like, hey, cool, logically this makes sense, I'm aligned, that's fabulous, that's amazing. But embodiment is when you are firing on all 4 connections. Oh, that one is dang incredible. Freaking amazing. So I'll go back. K, connection. A, alignment. P is living with purpose. When you live with purpose, you get out of bed in the morning. It doesn't freaking matter how much money you have in your bank. You look at your calendar, you're like, oh my gosh, I get to do this. Wow, this is amazing. This is incredible. And then O. O is ownership. And that's what most entrepreneurs are kind of good at. They're kind of good at doing the tasks. In fact, a lot of entrepreneurs who are unfulfilled are really good at doing tasks. But if you're not doing the inner work, which helps cut off that which is not for you anymore, and if you are still doing tasks that are not your tasks, they are a $10 per hour task, a $100 per hour task, a $5,000 per hour task, so you can focus on the $10,000 per hour tasks, right? Simple outsourcing strategies that we're talking about right now. If there is a part of you that's holding on to things that are for old you or were for old you and are not for you now, and are not helping you get where you are designed and destined to go, then it's time for you to let them go. Look, raw, real, and honest right now. You don't need more goals. You don't need more strategies. You don't need more. You probably don't even need more systems. You need a radical identity shift in alignment with where you're going next. And you need to stop tolerating things that were for you. Tolerating. Think of that word for a second, tolerating. How does it feel in your body? I tolerate this task. Ooh, really? When you tolerate things that were for old you and that they were for an old season, and you are reluctant to release them to someone else or just stop doing them because they're not needed anymore, you are allowing yourself to stay stuck in a cycle that is not serving you. Not serving your happiness, not serving your bliss, not serving your bank account, not serving your customers, not serving your community. My friend, you already have what you need. If you've made it this far, you know this. In fact, you probably have too much. Stepping into, and what I mean by that, and I'm about to explain this, stepping into a new reality, stepping into a higher vibrational version of yourself, requires refinement. Refinement and potency mean less things, but more depth with the things that matter. You can't hold on to your past and step into your future. You have to choose one, my dear friend. You have to choose one. Okay? So I hope you can see in this video, I really wanted to step into leadership here because there are so many incredible entrepreneurs, women in particular. There's so many perimenopausal and menopausal women who are still holding on to the identity of maybe being a mother and being busy and and having so many things to do, and they're still doing too many things instead of going, now is my time. And those who are not women who are listening right now, you're probably resonating with this as well. It's just I happen to be helping a lot of incredible, amazing women at the moment who are perimenopausal. And it can be really, really, really confusing to go, wait, the old system, the old way of being, my old way of being is no longer serving me. And man, oh man, oh man, can hormones be a massive part of reminding us of things that we don't need anymore. Reminding us to put down the things that don't matter, that are just old you. Now, I know that I've been going on and on and on, and I've probably repeated myself 5,000 times already on this. I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry because Dang, if this is the one video you listen to that finally where you give yourself permission, because you don't need my permission. Finally, where you give yourself permission to go, fuck it, I'm not doing it that way anymore. I need to release my past. I need to step out of the identity of struggle and have enough faith in myself to step into the identity of the person who has ease and flow and fulfillment. Freedom is a choice, my friend. I was on a coaching call with some clients last week, and I asked my client to show me where freedom was. And he was like, it's there. It's there. And I said, where? Show me. And he goes, oh, it's just there. It's on my wall. I can see it. And he pointed, and he was talking about his car that he's going to be getting himself soon. And I said, so just tell me again, like, where is freedom? Point maybe somewhere else. Just point somewhere else. He went, oh, freedom's here. And he pointed inside. He pointed at himself. And I said, where are you pointing? And he said, at my heart. And I said to everyone on the call, freedom is a feeling, my friend. And a lot of people spend so long caught up in identities that are not allowing them the ease, allowing them the flow that they so beautifully desire and deserve. So, my friend, I say this to you right now. What are you holding on to that you no longer need to hold to? Could be a task, could be an identity, could be a struggle story. What is it? Maybe put it down in the comments if you want to. If you want to share it, I'll reach back to you for sure. If not, if you want to keep this private, that's absolutely fine as well. I challenge you with love and care and grace to put down that which is not for you anymore, especially the identity that is not for you anymore. It served you in the past. It got you where you are. It helped you get to where you are right now. It's time, my friend, to put it down. I love you, I love you, I love you. Again, my name is Liz Benny. This is the Happy Million Show. We're going to go to some amazing places in the show. It's going to be raw, real, honest. And for those of you that don't know, a year and a half ago, I went through a cancer scare. And I vowed and declared that in that moment, I would step into leadership. And it's taken me a while to get here, funnily enough. But I need to unapologetically speak to you and serve you. So I hope in my heart of hearts that this has served you in some way, shape, or form. If you love it, write to me. If you need any questions answered, email through. I love you. You're amazing. You're incredible. See you later.